Today, the impetus for this is, well, if you watched the last one, you saw that, we had some friction.
You know what?
Oh, okay.
I'm tired of being pushed over.
And then we worked on it and we worked through it. And I can tell you for a long part of my life, it made it really challenging to have these conversations when I didn't understand myself. And recently I came across an idea that I thought might allow me to assist me in understanding my mom. It is the Family Keepsake Journal, and it says, "Mom, I want to hear your story." Thank you to everybody who has subscribed recently. Don't think that we don't notice. We love the views, we love the comments, we love all of the new subscribers, and we love seeing that this show is growing. If you like this show, the best thing you can do to support it is hit that subscribe button, and if you want to take it one step further, please share any and all episodes. Thank you. Let's get on to the show. Welcome to Bair It All, the Kintsugi Chronicles, here on the I Am Not Okay channel, where we gather our broken pieces in search of gold. My name is John Bair.
I'm Jeremy Palmer.
Today, we are joined. She's back again. She came back even after that last one. And Mom, thank you so much. MJ Bair, welcome back, Mom.
Good to be back, John.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for being here, seriously. Today, the impetus for this is, well, if you watched the last one, you saw that, we had some friction, and then we worked on it and we worked through it. And I can tell you for a long part of my life, it made it really challenging to have these conversations when I didn't understand myself. And recently I came across an idea that I thought might allow me to assist me in understanding my mom and also my dad. And I sent them both this book around the holidays. It is the Family Keepsake Journal, and it says, "Mom, I want to hear your story." And it said, "Dad, I want to hear your story." So for those of you that, I'll say it for me, it was really challenging in those first conversations to sit down and be in the midst of hearing my mom kind of unload things she had never talked about. And neither of us, I believe, had the skills necessary to be able to handle what was going to come out of it. And what I can say is I'm really proud of us for doing the best that we could with what we had to get back to this point, to keep fighting and clawing, to have the conversations that need to be had. And in truth, these are the conversations that everyone on every level, everywhere, needs to be having. When you disagree with somebody and then you walk away from the disagreement, nothing gets solved, nothing gets better, and we're still in the same place. And so when I saw this, I was like, damn, I want to fill one of these out because, like, what's my story? But then I really wanted to, like I said, hear my mom and hear my dad. So I gave this to my mom. And she had it for like a week or two, and she came back and she's like, you know what, John? I don't really like you very much right now. And she said that jokingly. She's like, or I was like, what do you mean by that? And she said, these questions are really making me think. So those of you at the Family Keepsake Journal, I'm going to go ahead and say you're another unofficial sponsor of the Bair It All podcast. If you have a story to tell, we want to hear it.
Hashtag.
And we can write it down. So what we're going to do today is my mom went ahead and filled this whole thing out. We're not going to go over every part. We're going to do this in series. You can see how deep we go. So, Mom, I'm going to turn this over to you, and I'm going to do my best to get out of the way. And I would love to...
Why don't you ask me the questions?
Okay.
Let's do it that way.
Do you want me to ask you the question and then see if what you say holds up to what you wrote?
Yes. How about you do
Oh,
that?
interesting.
Probably
Okay.
can't read my writing all the way through, but yeah, let's try it that way.
All right.
Do you want me to get through the
Who are you?
yeah, like
You can do
When were
whatever
you
you
born?
feel is right.
you got it. All right. What is your birth date?
November.
Isn't it November 14th?
That might be true.
When is my birthday?
November 15th.
Okay. So maybe it's around then. Okay. What was your full name at birth?
Mary Josephine.
Okay.
You want my maiden name?
Well,
Mary Josephine Hansley.
there it is. Oh, right. Were you named after a relative or someone else of significance?
I was told that I was named after my grandmother's, which is weird. My mother's mother was Josephine. My father's mother, however, was Anna Marie. I don't know where they got Mary Jo from.
Mary Josephine, I guess.
Well, Mary Josephine, but where'd you get Mary from?
Marie.
Anne Marie.
But that's not Mary.
You're right. It's not.
I mean, it's probably
It's
a derivative.
it's a derivative,
yeah.
sure.
So maybe that was them being
They
different.
they took their license.
Okay. I'm the only person with two names. Two
Okay.
first names.
All right. In what city were you born?
I was born in Abington, PA.
And where did you live?
Ambler, PA. As a child.
All right.
Where in Ambler?
Spring Garden Street, South Spring Garden Street. We moved before I would have been in kindergarten. Laura and Tina were in kindergarten, Madison Avenue.
So 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think it was 5.
At Madison Avenue Elementary.
Elementary. You know Madison Avenue?
I do.
Is it still there?
Well, it's there as the Ambler Borough Hall now.
Okay.
My son started his school in Madison Elementary.
Stop it.
He is the last class to have been started at Madison Elementary School. So when he graduates this year, there will be no more Madison Avenue graduates.
That is so funny.
It's an interesting little tidbit.
Tidbit, right. Small world.
Ding. Were you born in a hospital? Abington Hospital, sounds like.
Abington Hospital, yes.
All right. What were your first words?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I really have no idea, John. That's not something we talked about as
Yeah.
a family.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember my parents saying, oh, you walked at this age and you talked at this age.
Sure.
But they told you all the things you did wrong, right, Jeremy?
Yes.
Well, that. Sure.
Okay. So I don't know. I really don't.
Okay. I believe you. How old were you when you started to talk?
I don't know that either.
Would you project? And how old was Holly when she started to talk?
Started saying words somewhere around a year old.
All right.
I'm thinking of the boys. They started
maybe
talking
something in
about
there.
a year
Okay.
old.
Fair enough.
Girls usually do it a little quicker for whatever reason.
Like 4 years old is when you start putting, I think, simple sentences together. But the words, I think about 9 months to a year,
You got it.
somewhere in that neighborhood.
How old were your parents when you were born?
My mother was 31 and my father was 26.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a difference.
Now, my parents for years told us that my mother was 30 and my father... Yeah, my mother was 30 and my father was 35. No matter how old they were, my mother was 30 and my father was 35. They lied about their ages from the start. How weird is that? Do you find that weird?
I do.
Do you?
It's, you know,
Yeah, strange.
strange.
But it happens. I also have a history of that in my family.
I'll bite.
Maybe it's something in the water in this area because, man, people are weird.
My grandmother never was honest about her age with anyone ever. Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know because...
Let's
I don't
just
know.
pontificate and have some
what
fun.
do you think?
Well,
Why do people in like the 40s, 50s, and 60s were doing that? Because that seems to be like the...
Because everything was false in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. You had to put on a particular public persona.
Okay.
And that persona was you had to look like everybody else. You were all bowling pins. Okay?
All right.
You wore the same clothes, went to the same schools, you went to the same churches, same hairstyle, same houses, same furniture. Everything was the same.
Okay.
do you think there was a stigma at that time in the 60s about your father being younger than your mother?
I think it was my mother's stigma, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I do.
That's fair.
Like she herself had the stigma?
She didn't want to
because
be
my mother was
perceived.
5 years older than
She didn't want
my
to be
father.
perceived as the older
Was she,
person.
was she the one saying the age difference?
They both did.
Oh, okay.
And what happened was one of the twins, once they learned to read, somehow or another saw either my mother's or my father's driver's license. Right? And they calculated the age and they're like,
Wait a minute.
it's not 31.
Something's not adding up here.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Interesting. Little side. Let's keep going. How did your parents describe you as a baby?
I was ornery. I didn't listen. I was always getting into trouble.
Are you the oldest?
No, I'm the middle.
You're the
actually.
middle.
I have twins. My older
They're
sisters
the
are
oldest?
twins.
Okay.
I'm 14 months later, so they had 3 kids, all under the age of, or 2 and under, within a year.
Yeah.
So that was a tough thing. And then a younger sister. I think
All
she's
girls?
all girls. I think Andrea's 2 or 3 years younger than me. I can't really remember.
All right.
But that's the family. 4 girls.
This is the first answer. Not that it doesn't add up. It just, so how did your parents describe you as a baby? You wrote, they didn't, other than to say I was a problem since
Yeah.
birth. So,
Okay.
all right. What stories have you been told about the day you were born?
Again, nothing. Absolutely nothing. No, we brought you home from the hospital. Here's the picture of you coming home. Nothing. It's like a big black hole. My mother didn't do baby books. And 3 kids under the age of 2, she probably didn't have time for all that shit. And she wasn't sentimental that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
My mother threw away my wedding gown without my knowledge.
Did not know that. All right. What is your favorite childhood memory?
Did I write? I don't remember.
No. Surrounds food.
I don't remember what I wrote.
When my parents had an evening at Nonna's,
Oh,
they made my favorite meal, roast chicken and pasta.
Yes, when Mimi and Poppy would go out, they'd have a date, or they used to be in a bowling league kind of thing. Nonna lived with us, so Nonna babysat us the night Mom and Dad went out. And Nonna always made a roasted chicken with pasta, and she made this sauce from the chicken drippings. It was probably the best meal I've ever eaten in my life.
Delicious.
Jeremy, next.
Okay. What happened the year you were born? It
John
says,
F. Kennedy
Google the
was-
following for the year you were born. What are some notable events? Yeah.
JFK was elected president, youngest president to be elected,
Awesome.
1960. What the hell else happened? I don't even remember. Let me see. JFK elected. Civil Rights Act, that was huge. I remember
Yep.
seeing the Martin Luther King broadcast.
Birth
when
control.
when JFK died, I used to think I remembered the incident that JFK died. And I've subsequently realized I didn't understand that. I was only 3 when
Right.
this happened. What I remember vividly, that was my father coming home in the middle of the day on day shift. He never did that. My mother and my grandmother crying, standing in front of the TV. So the normal day-to-day life was just blown apart the day JFK died. And that TV was on almost around the clock watching the coverage of that. So I don't remember the incident. I just remember the change in my little atmosphere as a kid.
Yeah, that was
And
heavy,
what was
I'm
the other
sure.
one?
FDA approved oral contraception.
Yes, the year I was born. How about that?
Birth
I had
control.
no idea about that. I didn't know
Wild.
they were that old.
That's wild.
1960, right?
Yeah. Interesting aside, I've heard stories about this. Who do you say or think I was named after?
For me, I know who I named you after.
Which was?
JFK.
Because that's not what my other parent thinks.
I know.
Okay,
I know.
that's interesting. All right.
Brad and I talked about it, and
John Fitzgerald
he
Bair.
wanted your dad's name. He wanted John.
His dad's name.
Right, Papa. He wanted you named after Papa.
Yeah.
And we decided together, we'll use both our parents' names.
Right.
But I always thought of you as, I wanted to name you after JFK.
So you're both not wrong? Is that what I'm hearing?
Right.
Okay.
It was just,
Interesting.
It is possible
How about that?
yeah.
two people to not be wrong
Your
about
father
something.
wanted you to be named after
And
Papa, and I
disagree.
wanted, well, disagreement was a big one.
But it's possible for two people to disagree and still neither of them be wrong.
Right, right, exactly.
All right, here we
Moving
go.
on.
So, all right, these are like some interesting little background questions, right? So, what movie won the Academy Award for Best Picture? Do you remember what
No.
you wrote there?
I don't.
So it was Ben-Hur was the movie.
I love that movie.
Yeah. Who won Who won for Best Actor?
Oh, wait, let me think. Charlton Heston.
Charlton Heston.
And Sophia Loren. She won Best
Sophia
Actress.
Loren for Best Actress. All right.
Spaghetti, baby.
Do you remember? Remember that movie, huh?
Spaghetti.
What were a few popular movies that came out? I was an infant. I don't know any of these at the time. But Spartacus,
Spartacus,
Psycho,
yes.
which you put a little emoji face next to, and The Alamo. Was Psycho a special movie for you? You have a
No, just
A little
Psycho.
thing.
When I was a kid, is just funny to me at this point in my life because I
Okay.
feel like a psycho sometimes.
fair enough.
Hey, yeah,
It feels like life has been psychotic. So that's kind of funny.
kind of. Yeah.
Okay. So, do you remember what song was on the top of the Billboard charts?
Theme from a Summer Place. I don't even
Ooh.
remember that movie.
Me neither. Although, why would I?
True.
Because I wasn't born yet.
True.
Who was the leader of the country at that time?
Eisenhower.
That was General Eisenhower.
I know. Isn't that funny?
Few popular television shows: Gunsmoke,
Gunsmoke.
Wagon Train, Andy Griffith.
That's why I call the baby Marshall Dillon.
What?
Because the sheriff in Gunsmoke
Right.
was named Marshall Dillon.
Marshall Dillon. Yeah, that's right.
Got it.
We watched this. My father was a big
Western.
Western dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
Western and police flicks, like Jimmy Cagney things.
My grandfather was also that.
So we watched Gunsmoke religiously. We watched Wagon Train
Yeah.
and Andy Griffith. There wasn't a whole lot of option.
Right. All right. So, yeah, you were gonna have to do a little research for this, but there's an interesting little piece of this that has what were the prices for the following items. So a loaf of bread, 45 cents. Gallon of milk, 31 cents.
Stop. Is that really it? I wrote
That's what
that
you
down?
wrote. Yeah. Cup
See,
of
it's
coffee.
been so long since I wrote it, I forgot.
Cup of coffee, 40 cents. This one's going to kick some people in the teeth right now. A dozen eggs, especially in the situation we're in right now. 58 cents.
A dozen.
The average cost of a new home was that 16,009? 11.
11
Oh,
or is it
11. No,
16?
that's an 11 with a comma there.
Yeah, 11, almost $12,000.
11,900.
Yep.
11
New car, 2,600. Also, this one would also kick some people in the teeth. A gallon of gas, 31 cents.
Coffee was more expensive than gas. And what
Oh,
was the
gas
other
was
one?
cheap.
Milk?
Oh, yeah.
Milk was 30. Jesus.
Eggs, well, eggs are more expensive than gas now, too. So I
Well,
guess-
those things now, but I'm just like in the.
Look, I remember being in high school, and Tina had her license. I didn't get mine yet, and Poppy
Yeah.
bought a '66 Buick LeSabre for us to drive once we all had our license. And I can still see Tina getting 50 cents out of her handbag, pulling up to the gas station, getting 50 cents worth of gas so we could ride around on a Friday night. 50 cents.
and you could go somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to know, a '66 Buick LeSabre is like the size of a ship. It was
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah.
a land yacht.
Yes, exactly.
That was like my first car.
Couch with wheels.
Yep.
All right. Two more. First class stamp,
5 cents?
4 cents.
4 cents.
And then a movie ticket,
$1
75
something?
cents.
I remember going to the movies, the matinee. Do they still do matinees?
They do, I believe.
Used to go for a quarter on a Saturday.
How about that?
Wild.
Not anymore.
Fuck, man.
A quarter.
A quarter.
All right. Now we're growing up, so this is a little more. Like pointed stuff about you, not necessarily circumstances around here. So, how would you describe yourself when you were a kid? I see what you have written here.
I was an outsider. I was a loner.
A rebel, Dottie.
I was always on the outside looking in. What
You
did I
wrote
write?
loner, rebel, troublemaker.
Yeah. That's kind of what I
So-
thought.
What were you doing as a kid? What were you doing as a kid that made you, or you were made to feel like you were a troublemaker?
I was told that.
Right? Well, because
Let me put it to you this way. 4, 6 weeks old, newborn. My mother tells the story. I put you on the kitchen counter and I went over to the refrigerator to get the milk. I turned around and you rolled off the counter and I caught you by your leg before you hit the floor. You rolled off the counter. You were bad.
right.
Not-
I put you on the freaking
No,
counter.
I left you on the counter and walked away.
Okay.
That was my mother.
All right. I don't even want to read this question because the answer is really sad.
Okay.
Did you have a nickname when you were growing up? If yes, how did you get it?
It was an insult.
Yeah, clearly.
Oh, so you know,
I'm not even. I'm reading it. I'm not going to read it. You're going to say it though, because I'm not going to call
my
you
nickname
that.
was JoJo the dog face girl.
Jesus. All right.
Who gave you that?
So yeah,
My
who
parents.
gave it and where did?
My parents. Sideshow. There was, JoJo the dog face boy, freak show. It's not difficult to understand why somebody would think they're weird and a freak, right?
No, but well, I mean, if that's where you were,
Yes. That's where I came from.
wow.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mom.
I am too. That's freaking terrible. Like, yeah. Anyway, I'll stop adding. Who were your best friends in elementary school days? Are you still in contact with them? And I already see your answer to it.
I didn't have friends other than the little kids you talk to in school, you sit with at lunch. But they were just your school chums.
School
You didn't
chums.
go, well, your
That's a
school
word you don't
friends,
hear all the
right?
time.
No, it was a
these
good word.
days.
It's a good word.
It's not like you would go home from school and pick up the phone and call your friends. You weren't allowed to use the phone. My father was a cop. You got to leave the phone open. What if Poppy's
Right.
calling? Or what if Poppy's home and the police station is calling
Right,
him?
they
I
need
was
to
like,
get
oh,
in
you guys
contact
had a
with them.
phone?
We had 2.
What?
Interesting.
Because he was a cop.
Yes.
What were your regular chores? Did you get an allowance? How much was it? And what did you spend it on?
The regular chores were every week. You had to clean your own bedroom. We shared bedrooms, so there were 2 and 2 in a bedroom. You had to clean your bedroom. Then when you're done with that, you had to go downstairs. Everybody had a room downstairs to clean. Dining room. We had 2 living rooms. And if you weren't assigned one of those rooms, you had to go upstairs and clean the bathroom. We only had 1 bathroom. And there were 4, 5, 6, 7 people living in that house. 6 women and 1 guy. Can you imagine that?
It's wild. Yeah, that's a lot of estrogen.
Did you get any allowance for that?
No allowance. Allowance wasn't a thing.
So there was nothing you would have spent it on because you didn't get an allowance.
We didn't get an allowance and we didn't go to the store. That was another thing. You don't go to the store.
You also wrote trash burning,
Yeah.
just kitchen duty. And then you wrote, name it, we did it.
Like
Pretty much.
painting fences and
Painting. I put on a roof. We tore all the sod out
Poppy
of the
didn't
yard
have any
and relayed
sons, so
sod. No.
he needed some workers.
I'm a little kid on a roof throwing slate off the roof with my father.
He needed workers.
Every time he was big home improvement guy.
Right.
So he's out in the backyard with his sawhorses, big ass piece of plywood in between. And he had 4 little kids. We had to hold on to the edges of the plywood as he's using the circular saw. No glasses, no ear
I mean,
protection,
it was the 60s.
no mask,
There's
right?
no glasses in the 60s.
Your hand is this close to the wheel.
Just
blade.
don't move it and you'll be fine.
And we did all of that.
Right? And you were fine.
And we had kitchen duty. We had every week, there were 2 of us that had to do kitchen duty, meaning cleaning up the kitchen, and the other 2 were off. So you kind of got like a little break. But yeah, we did everything.
it's fucked up.
Okay. All right. So then we say, describe what your room looked like when you were growing up. Was it messy or clean? Did you have paintings or posters on the walls? What were the main colors? It sounds, from what you wrote, I'll let you describe what you wrote here, but it sounds like an institutional facility.
That's kind of what it was like. You had 2 beds, 2 dressers. The walls were painted either cream white or white, because
Blank.
that's what my parents did. Downstairs was harvest gold, 60s, 70s.
Mm-hmm.
Upstairs, it was all white or off-white.
Question: was the one bathroom like weird color pink or green or
Yes, it
like
was
in
pink.
the 60s? Yeah.
It was pink, and
It's
my
that-
father
the
put in
pink tile.
wallpaper that was green and silver, shiny silver. Awful. Anyway, he
Yeah.
was painting his
Those old
bedroom
60s
lime green
bathrooms.
the day Elvis died.
What was it?
My father we'd gone on vacation to Wildwood. We came home. He always had 2 weeks in August. The second week in August that year, he was painting his bedroom lime green
Lime green.
in August 1977.
Okay.
And
Yeah, would've been
that was the
about the
day
time.
Elvis died.
It's wild.
So the bedrooms were sparse. There were beds, there were dressers. It was an
wrote-
older home.
Sterile.
It was sterile because everything had to be
No dirt.
shoved away.
Sterile.
No, nothing. Nothing on the walls. They were plaster walls. My father would have had a stroke.
Was your father a military man before he was a police
He was
officer?
in the Army Reserve.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a very military style
Yeah.
person. Like they were
They
very much
weren't
that way.
big on home
Decorations,
accessories and
yeah.
that kind of thing.
Just improvements, not decoration.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
All right. Another one that's there, but what is one thing you miss about being a kid? You saw what you wrote.
Oh, hope. That's where hope died, if it ever existed. It was like being raised in a gulag sometimes.
What's a gulag for those that don't know?
It's a Russian prison.
Okay.
Let me tell you something. The day Tony died, Joe came to me. Remember Joe?
Joe
Police
McGurran?
chief? Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
was sitting
know who
on
he
the
is.
little bench. It's okay. I was sitting on the little bench outside that conference room where they were talking to us.
Yeah.
Joe came over to me, he was talking to me, and he said, you know, it had to be difficult being his kid growing up. It was the only time that somebody I knew who knew my father in his capacity as a police officer, Joe worked with my father for years, that actually said to me, I know who your father is.
Yeah. I didn't
No
hear
one
that.
else ever had the,
That was
I don't
the
know if it was-
same day Tony died.
yes,
Wow. After we were told?
yes.
What was it like right before we left to go over to Mimi's or whatever?
You and Holly were still in the room with Detective De Bonaventura.
Got it.
And I had gone out and I was sitting on that bench and Joe was coming into the conference room.
Understood.
And he talked to me first.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, he knew who my father was.
Sounds like it.
Beyond that, I don't know if Joe knew what my relationship with Poppy was at that point. I really don't.
Yeah.
So,
That's
can
fuck-
you see? Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Are you getting a better grasp of why I'm the way I am?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep moving. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Vanilla, cherry vanilla. And cream soda, man. If I had to drink soda again, I loved cream soda.
Okay.
I don't drink it.
You don't like cream soda?
Did you ever taste it?
Yes.
Oh, I loved cream soda.
If you
How
had to,
about that? We're not the same in everything.
if
No,
you
we're
had
not.
if you had to drink soda, what would yours be?
Oh, that's interesting. I never asked him that question.
Because I know you don't drink soda, so like much at all. So
Pepsi, bitches.
What about
really,
you?
you're a Pepsi guy. Mm-hmm. Glass bottle Mexican Coca-Cola, like the
Okay.
one that comes directly from Mexico with the glass. It's got real sugar in it. It tastes different, and the bottle makes it best.
My 1A might be Jamaican Coca-Cola. 'cause
Right,
It has real,
right.
real sugar.
Exactly.
I do like that.
The glass bottle when it's really, really cold.
Yeah.
it's not.
And yeah,
really quite
like Pepsi,
anything
like I remember
that.
from the 80s, not this shit now.
Right,
Like,
but Pepsi used to come in glass bottles too back
Right.
then.
Yes.
that was.
Remember your
that
dad going
was
to the
deal.
distributor every week and getting a case of Coke in bottles?
yes.
Do you remember that?
I do.
Okay.
Yep.
My dad used to do that, but it was beer.
Okay, my dad did the beer.
But it was
We
not
had
every week, it was like
the
every
drive-through
day.
distributor where they put it in your trunk.
Yeah, we didn't have that.
I remember that beer distributor is still there in Lansdale.
Oh yeah, that one. The drive-in.
All right. So these are some less deep questions just to keep you. It's like this is the mom trivia section. So
Okay.
how do you like your coffee?
Splenda, artificial sweetener of some kind, and some cream.
Okay.
And I love coffee. I'll never give up coffee. Never.
I love coffee too.
It's my friend.
If you could live anywhere in the world for a year with all expenses paid, where would you choose?
I think I wrote, I don't know.
No, you wrote something.
Did I? Italy?
No, but that's cool too.
I don't remember what I wrote.
You wrote Cabin in the Woods.
Oh,
You,
right.
you
I was
must have
thinking,
been feeling really, really
Yes.
isolationist on that day.
I would love that, actually.
I would actually love that myself.
Yeah, I would.
All right. How do you like your eggs cooked?
Doesn't matter. I like eggs anyway.
You wrote something though.
Did I?
Over easy.
Right. If I had to pick, you're right.
Yep.
Breakfast down the shore. Remember?
Preference to cook or clean?
Oh, cook. Absolutely.
What superpower would you choose for yourself?
Did I write one?
You did. I'll let you read it so you don't have to guess. It's the very bottom.
Oh, foresight.
Yeah.
If I was able, like you said, if I was able to get out of my own way and have the ability to look down the road, because I never looked down the road. I was too busy right now trying to keep my head above water in the moment. So yeah, forethought, thinking ahead, planning ahead. I was always just trying to survive in the moment.
Do you have any allergies?
Just some medication.
And
Is
bullshit.
that what I wrote?
No, you wrote yes, but you did not expand
Oh,
on it.
I have some allergies to medications. As far as I'm aware, that's the only thing I'm allergic to, other than stupidity.
Okay. What is your biggest fear?
Shit, I don't remember what I wrote. I did this one night before I went in the hospital. Because I was thinking, what if I don't come out?
In the middle.
Oh, that's my biggest fear.
Okay. Why don't you tell us what it
Going
is?
through all of this and finding out that, holy shit, I am the person everybody says I am. The terrible person. That would be my biggest fear.
Interesting. Unpack that a little, please. 'Cause that's literally why, like, I had you do the book. So if that's how your biggest fear, then
Now we're getting into some stuff.
Well, what
that
I
we
mean
can
by that
move
is,
around with.
as you've seen from my life, put downs were the love language in my family,
Right.
right? And the hell am I? Oh, there I am.
Yeah. Finding out I'm a terrible person.
So I'm told all my life I'm a terrible person, I'm a terrible person, I'm a terrible person. I think I'm not such a terrible person, but maybe I am. What if I am that terrible person? And I go through all of this, and I find out that it was me all along. What the hell do I do with that information? Like, how do you
Wash it off.
resolve that within yourself?
Wash it off. Start again.
I think you're doing it.
Yeah.
So, but wait, am I that terrible person?
That's not for me to answer.
Well, I'm asking your opinion.
No, I don't. If you're asking my opinion,
Yeah,
no.
that's what I'm asking.
No. I think you've done some fucked up things. I think they did some fucked up things, and I think those things should probably
Well,
be
everybody
fucking talked
does,
about.
right?
However,
And if they were talked about and resolved in the moment, this wouldn't be happening.
correct.
Are you saying that you're human?
No,
Oh. Okay.
not at all.
All right. What planet are you from?
I have no idea.
Oh, all right.
I might be a plant for all you know.
Interesting.
All What would you order as your last meal? I know we just talked about it a few minutes ago. I already told you what mine was. So. And you wrote, because I'm going to read this one. You
Go
wrote,
ahead.
ew, what the hell? Morbid question. And a little sad face next to it.
Well, you think about it with this book.
I know.
What kind of question is that stuck right in the middle?
So, but it's a trivia question. And if, your son, your daughter were reading it and they'd be like, oh, well, if mom was on her last, ready to have her last meal, they would be able to read it and be like, oh, well, she said, she really wanted that. Maybe we can figure out a way to get that for her.
I just thought it was a weird question in the middle of that book.
All right, so let's unpack it. So if it wasn't, let's say it's a weird question, great, it's weird. Nonetheless, I heard you talking pretty spectacularly about Nona's chicken and pasta.
Chicken,
would
yeah,
that be?
would be a good one. I'll
one of
never
them?
have that again. I've
Right.
tried to
But if you
recreate
could-
that dish, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I've tried it. Never tasted the way Nona made it.
Those Nonas definitely had some secrets.
She did. She was right off the boat.
Okay. Have you ever broken a bone?
No, I haven't.
That's a good record.
Have you?
I think maybe. I just not ever been in a
Treated?
cast. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My wrist and my ankle, maybe.
I have.
All right. Well,
A couple of them I treated myself, but
there you go.
it was definitely broken.
Why did you go for x-rays?
Why not?
I
didn't
don't
need
know.
them. I wrapped it up and kept going.
I would do the same thing, but answer my question.
There was
when you
no-
go to the doctor.
Yeah, there was no reason to. I could walk. I was still moving.
That's kind of the way
Yeah. Just the way it was. All right. What is your favorite flower or plant?
Ooh, do you know my favorite flower?
I do, because you have it written down.
It's
here.
written down.
Marijuana.
No, that's not
The
a
second
flower.
favorite. Second favorite. Yeah.
Chrysanthemum. And then I don't.
Tulips.
White
White
tulips.
I love tulips. And the white
Oh,
ones
it's
in
coming
particular.
up into the best time of year.
That's
then.
right. Tulip
This
weather.
is tulip season.
Yes, that's my favorite.
Okay. All right. So we're up to the end of the mom trivia part there right now. So now we're back into the teenage years.
Yep. So we'll do this one. We'll go a little bit more, and we'll get, I don't know, a third of the way through or so, and then we'll unpack some more later. Okay.
That's the deal.
So it sounds like we've had some of your early stuff, the who you are, where you came from, and some fun trivia, which actually was really fun to sit here and listen to that. So I needed this.
Okay.
Yo, you guys need some more Ricolas or something?
Nah.
Ricola.
Maybe it's just dust.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, wait.
Just a little
are
stuffy.
we choking on bullshit?
My Starlight Mints.
Could be.
All right. How would you describe yourself when you were a teen?
Aloof. Loner.
You were lonely.
I wrote lonely.
That was it. Yeah.
The difference between being a loner and being lonely, though.
I was lonely as a kid.
You were a lonely loner?
I'm a loner now.
And I feel like you
by
wrote,
choice.
didn't you write like loner as a kid? Or
Yeah.
something? Yeah. So that was there, and this was lonely.
I did feel lonely as a kid
All right, I'm
because
just-
you can't.
Me
See,
too.
It's your words.
I didn't have. I have conversations with Tony and Holly. Your sibling
The
conversations.
ones that I had. Yeah.
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 Well, I never had that with my sisters.
Okay.
I couldn't go to my mother and tell her I'm heartbroken over something.
Yeah.
She'd have smacked me in the face and given me a job to do.
That sounds like the theme of your life here so far.
There was no emotional support. So, yes, it was very lonely.
Mm-hmm.
You can't admit anything. I certainly couldn't admit anything to my sisters.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't trust them when I was a kid, with good reason. I didn't trust anybody in my family.
Have you ever been able to trust anybody ever?
Yes.
Great question.
Yes.
Who?
I trust my children,
All right.
all of you.
Okay.
Even though I do know there are things that you've lied to me about, all of you, the things you kept from me. That's all part of growing up, okay?
That's a two-way street.
Right.
Yeah.
But yes, I do trust you, Tony and Holly, and I always have.
Okay.
Fair.
How did you dress and style your hair during your teens?
As big as humanly possible.
Big hair.
It's not what you wrote.
What did I write?
Like a beatnik hippie. We also had no style, whatever. we had no
70s, man.
We had no style, whatever was on clearance.
Oh, right. You know what? That's true. You didn't pick out your own clothes. My mother went and bought them, and you're going to like them whether you want to or not.
This is what you're wearing.
Right. My mother would go. My mother would shop for Christmas gifts in July, for example, on
Sure.
clearance. My wedding gown was on clearance. That was the only gown I was allowed to buy, the winter wedding gown, and I got married in July because it was on clearance.
The frugality is reeking. All right. Did you hang out with a group or just a few close friends? Are you still close with any of them?
I hung out with a couple of people. I don't know what I wrote in the book.
This is fascinating because you wrote, no, socialize at school only. Teen years, mostly
yeah,
a loner.
right. Hung out with these people at school, but socializing beyond school was an anthem in my world.
All right. Yeah.
If I wanted to go out with my friends,
Yeah,
it took like an act of Congress to be able to go.
sure. Did you find yourself like just not asking because of how hard it was?
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Describe a typical Friday or Saturday night during your high school years.
You come home from school on Friday. You do what they tell you to do all weekend. You go to school on Monday.
Being yelled at for not doing something right. Saturday, cleaning.
Yeah, like on a Friday, my father would come home with,
Re-roofing. That was
well,
a
this is
project.
interior stuff. He'd come home with the steam cleaner. That meant your ass is working
Yeah,
all
you're
weekend.
working. We're
right?
steam cleaning the
We're
rugs.
steam cleaning the rugs.
Carpets. The,
And
couches.
he wouldn't say anything to anybody. Just come home with the steam cleaner.
Let's go. It's time
If
to go
you
to
had
work.
plans to do something, you
Too
had
late.
homework, forget it. You're clean. You're doing this. So, and my family got to move all the furniture out of the room, clean that rug. Then you can't put anything back in until the
Gotta
next
wait
day.
until the
right?
carpet dries.
And then you come back and you move everything in. Oh, it was a pain in the ass, let me tell you. But yes, that would have been when my father would come home with rollers and paintbrushes, and guess what we're doing?
Well, you knew.
Yep.
Did you have a curfew?
If you got to go out, and that was in high school, then yes, you had a curfew.
That's not what you wrote.
Yeah, I know. I probably wrote no.
That's not what you wrote either.
What did I write then?
Was always under surveillance by police.
Well, that's true too.
All right.
So even if I had a curfew, my father knew what I was doing.
Right.
Here I am, elementary school, coming home from school. For whatever reason, I decided to dart between two cars to cross the street. I was coming home by myself for some reason. I
Two
was
cars
later.
that were parked on the side of the street.
Yeah, on Fifth Street in Lansdale.
All right.
So I darted between two cars to cross the street, and I got clipped by a car coming because I didn't see it. But I was fine. I didn't get hurt, just a bruise or something. By the time I got home, which
Everybody
was
knew about it.
my father knew. He was already on his way home
Right.
because somebody knew who I was, who lived in one of the houses. They called the police station and said, "Your kid just got hit by a car."
And he was there.
And you know what I got? I got beat when he got
I
home.
was going to say you probably got in trouble.
Yes, because I darted between the cars. Yes.
Brought it on yourself.
Did you date during your high school years?
I thought I was dating, but I don't think I was.
All right. You wrote tried. Parent restrictions weren't conducive to relationships.
They weren't. I didn't know anything about relationships really either. Seriously.
And you sure weren't modeled a good one, so
That's true.
yeah. Did you go to any school dances? What were they like?
I did go to a few school dances. They were, did you ever see the movie Grease?
Of course.
You saw Grease?
Of course.
You know the high school dance part?
Yes.
That's what we had. To decorate the gym or the cafeteria for your dance. It was usually cafeteria. The kids would come in, the prom committee or the dance committee. They would hang up the toilet paper and the streamers.
Do the
And then you
theme.
go, yeah. Then you go to the dance, and you'd walk in, and the lights were down, and I'm sure there's a disco ball rolling around somewhere. And everybody stood in the corners, and nobody talked to anybody, even though you saw these kids all day long, right? It was weird, in other words.
Sure. Yeah. Sounds like it.
Sounds about right.
My senior prom, was it my senior prom? I went to my senior prom with a guy from my art class, because again, I didn't date. His name was John, and he asked me to go to the prom. And we went to the prom, and then he decided he was sick. And he said, I'm going to go home, I'm sick. And he left me at the prom.
Okay.
And then I had a ball.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was weird.
That is kind of.
No wonder I'm so weird.
Was he your ride?
Yes, he was my ride.
Who taught you to drive, and in what kind of car?
My father. It had to be a Chevy. I think it was a Monte Carlo that year.
That's what you wrote. Yep.
Yeah. And Poppy taught me how to drive. I turned 16 in November, and I had my license by January.
You kind of talked about this a little bit, but how old were you when you got your first car? What kind of car was it?
Yeah, I was 17. It was a 1977 Plymouth Duster.
77 or 66?
77. The 66 was a LeSabre. Did I write 67? Oh,
You talked about the car that-
1977.
You talked about the car that you had to share with your sisters.
Yeah, you know what? So I conflated those two things.
And then if you could, and then you did say LeSabre. So is it a Duster or a LeSabre?
My father bought the LeSabre for Tina.
And it's a 77.
66 LeSabre,
Okay.
77 Duster. That was my car.
Okay.
All right.
I had to buy my car.
Got it. All right.
Okay, so Poppy bought the car that was for all of us that wound up being Tina's.
All right.
When I turned 17, I bought my own car,
Got
which
it.
was a 77 Plymouth Duster.
All right.
No, was it? I don't remember. It was Duster. That's what I remember.
That's what's here. So we're going to go with
The car I
Duster.
had when I got married.
Duster Buster.
Yeah, it was a Duster, white with a blue half Landau roof.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
The old Landau.
I loved that car.
This podcast is sponsored by Bare Knuckle Strength. If you're ready and willing to start getting rid of and or release your pain, one of the best ways that we have found to start doing that is self-myofascial release. We have created a program here at Bare Knuckle Strength. You can get that right now for free by going to www.bareknucklestrength.com/release. www.bareknucklestrength.com/RELEASE. Release. We look forward to seeing you on the inside. Be well. What school activities or sports did you participate in?
We weren't allowed to participate in sports or extracurricular.
You
So
wrote-
we did things like Spanish club.
There you go.
Yeah, academic pursuits. As long as it was happening within the school day, hey, you could do that all day long. It's the extracurricular activities that my parents had a problem with, or my mother in particular. If it cost her money, she didn't want you doing it.
All right. What did you like and dislike about high school?
It felt like a vacation just going to school.
I kind of figured you were going to say that.
Well, yeah.
Getting out of the house.
Right. You're not under surveillance 24/7. You could just sit back
But you
and
were,
breathe.
though.
Yeah.
He could easily dial into the...
Do you want me to tell you about getting caught skipping school, or should we wait for that question?
Nope, go for it. You brought it up.
Let's have it.
I skipped school. I was in high school,
What grade were you in?
10th.
Okay.
10th grade. I skipped school. We go to school, Laura, Tina, and I ride the bus to school. And then my friend picked me up, and I left school that day. Somebody saw me leaving school, somebody administrative, and contacted my father. I get back in time to get the bus, because who the hell's going to know I skipped school, right? I'll be back, I'll pick up the bus, and boom, I'm done. They see me coming back, and I see a squad car out in front of the school with the lights going.
Yep.
And they call me down to the office. I go to the office, and there's my father. He takes a squad car out of service for the police station, goes to the next town over, parks that squad car in front of my school, and then marches me out from the administration office to the car as school was letting out, so everybody could see what he's doing. puts me in the back of the car. His partner's in the front. Frank Alabaka's in the front, sitting there with my father. Drove me home, didn't talk to me for a week, and then grounded me for 8 months because I skipped school.
Good leader.
Where'd you go?
To the mall.
Buy anything good?
I didn't buy anything. I was a kid.
All right. Montgomery Mall?
No, it was King of Prussia.
How the fuck did you get over there from Lansdale?
Somebody was driving.
My friend drove.
Wow. Okay.
That was one of your school chums?
School chum, yes. Rhonda Gill.
What were your grades like?
Mediocre, I guess. That's what I was told. I thought I did okay in school, but apparently it was mediocre.
Okay. Did you have a favorite subject and a least favorite?
Art and history I loved.
What? Art history?
No,
art and
art
history.
class and history class.
Did you have a least favorite? Not that you can remember.
Probably like gym and swimming.
Okay, sure.
You know, so we also had a planetarium. Do you remember the planetarium in Lansdale?
No.
The high school was new in 1976, I think. And I was there in 78, 76, 78, 75 it opened. And they built a planetarium where you go in, you sit down, and they'd open up the roof, and they'd have, it was like a preliminary IMAX, where you saw the sky and all that. It was really pretty cool. It's not there anymore, but that was cool.
Interesting.
What are a few favorite songs from your high school years?
Ooh.
Shit, I don't know. School music, it's weird. I'm not a music person. Music isn't.
Says it has
not
never
that
been a
important
passion.
to me. Yeah, it never
That's
has.
wild.
Laura was into it, but I never was.
All right. Wow, that's way different for me and you.
Yeah, definitely. It just doesn't move me. I can go to an art museum and stand there for days.
All right.
You know what I mean?
I do. I could do both of those things.
So we're in this phase of, all right, so these will be the last 2 pages of the teenage years. Right?
Okay.
So knowing all you know now, what advice would you give to your teenage self?
Hell, I don't remember what I wrote.
You wrote, play all my cards close to my vest. Are you saying that you're not playing all your cards close to your vest now?
I am now.
Oh, okay.
What I'm saying is back then,
You would have told yourself to do it earlier?
I would have told myself to do that all my life. Don't ever say a word to anybody. That's what I meant by that. Because if you confide in somebody, if you don't want anybody to know anything, you don't say anything. You don't tell anybody. The moment you tell someone else, you open yourself up.
Sure.
Right? And as a kid, if I told a sister something, for example, not even a deep, dark secret, just anything, it would filter through the family like, water through a filter. Nothing was sacred. Nothing was private. You didn't have personal conversations that remained personal. So I would have never said a word about anything. No opinion, no nothing. Go on.
That's pretty wild.
Bring it.
No, I'm letting it.
It's processing.
I'm letting that sink in. Like that's a. So I mean, clearly we're talking about the examples that were set early. Like you said, if you told your sister like, "Oh, I really like this thing," like by the time you got downstairs, like your father would know about it and be like, "Oh, well, what do you think you're doing with that?" Or like, oh, God forbid, be like, "I really like that boy in this class," and be like, "What do you?"
I
think?
would never have said that. Whoa. Never. Isn't that weird that you don't have that kind of trust in your family? That young.
I guess I don't know if that's the word, and I don't know how to put words to what you went through.
So,
Are you shocked?
I don't think that's the word. I'm enlightened.
Okay.
so all right. So here's a piece off of that. Do you feel? I mean, we're sitting here in a completely in the completely opposite setting of holding your cards close to your vest. Like, this is not what we're doing here.
Right.
Other than what we're sitting here doing, do you feel that there's any person or people or group of people in your life where you can confide and get some of this stuff off of your chest?
No.
Or like anything, just be like, hey, I really like cherry vanilla ice cream. You do too? You want to go get a cherry vanilla ice cream? Like, do you have that at all?
No.
Okay.
Do you want that?
I don't know, to be honest.
Okay. That's a great answer. But
I appreciate the answer.
I don't know.
Okay.
What might you have done differently in school if you knew then what you know now?
I don't learn how to be self-sufficient and leave. Not school, just leave my life. Trust in myself.
What's
Which
she
is
right?
very much what you wrote. Yeah. You wrote, I would have looked inward to find myself rather than twisting myself into knots trying to fit in.
It's a good answer.
That's the truth.
I believe it.
But there was no one encouraging you to like find yourself. Like, you were not encouraged in
No,
any way,
myself was
shape,
not
or form.
something to be found.
Yeah. It wasn't worth finding.
No.
Like, it was given a value less than anything else, and it was like, you're not worth finding. Like,
That's right.
okay, all right. Last one here, and of course, your answer is predictable. Write about a teacher, coach, or other mentor who had a significant impact on you when you were growing up. And I'll read it because you don't have to, because it's predictable. I didn't have that type of relationship with any faculty member. I was a loner.
Yep.
Cool. Let's put a pause on all this for a second. I want to thank you for going back and listening to every single fucking conversation we've had on tape. I also want to thank you for being there with all the conversations that you and I have been privy to over the last 6 or 7 years together in the room. Because your listening skills and your ability to ask questions based off of what you're now seeing here, fucking exponentially beyond what it used to be. I appreciate the hell out of having you here. Like you said, I do not want to take you for granted, and I sure fucking hope nobody takes me for granted, because this is what we do for people, is we sit and we listen and we ask questions until they come to their conclusions on themselves. And I've seen her in a light that I've not really seen recently or ever. Thank you for doing what you're doing with us.
You're welcome.
Cool.
Thank you. Thanks for having me here. Like, I think, I know I said it in a previous one, like, don't take that for granted, that grounding thing, but it wasn't meant from a place of like, hey, I'm going to take it away. It was meant from like, it doesn't need to be overloaded with charge all the time. That's all. And I actually feel like it's a privilege to sit here and do this, because I wish I would have had anybody in my life that was willing to sit with me in the fire when I needed it the most. And honestly, until just a little while ago, there wasn't a whole lot of people who would do that with me. And you've done it for me in different areas of life, and it's a reciprocal privilege to sit here and help you guys work through some of this stuff, to help you see your mom in a different light, and honestly, to help her see herself in a different light.
The biggest aha.
Like, it's okay for you to see a little bit of yourself in a different light. Like, I'm enjoying this. Like, I know some of this stuff is hard, but at least at the beginning stuff, it's kind of like surface stuff, and it gets you thinking in a different way than you normally do. And I like that. So Thank you.
Exactly. And I guess we'll go a little further
Okay.
into the beginnings and maybe some work stuff, and then we'll kind of cap it. What did you do after high school? Did you get a job, serve in the military, go to college or trade school, something else?
I went to trade school. I learned how to become a travel agent.
Where did you go? Do you remember the name?
Kissimmee, Florida, Southeastern Academy.
Yeah, awesome.
Yep.
College was never an option.
Never an option.
All right.
Wasn't even talked about.
Okay. Why did you make this choice?
I have
Because
some
I wanted
ideas.
to get away. I wanted to find a way to get away from my life.
You said you wanted to travel. What would you have said?
She wanted to get away, escape.
Cool.
Yeah, travel.
There it
yeah,
was.
Like a travel agent seems to be like, oh, that seems exotic. Like, travel agents don't really even exist that much anymore
No.
because you can do it all online. But I don't know if you've ever actually walked into a travel agency, like
Way
the
back,
office.
like Apple Vacations or
Right.
something.
So they used to you would walk into those places and it had like all these posters of exotic stuff and you just felt differently. Like I could imagine, based on hearing the sterile background, the bedroom that's sterile, the sisters I can't trust, the father, this and that. Like, what are we thinking about? Like, okay, like
I'm out of
the
here.
biggest escape possible. Like I'd be in that same place. I feel like, I don't see.
And I was the only one that did that.
Yeah.
If you went to college or trade school, what was the major focus of education? You wrote not applicable, but it was travel agent, and
Right. Learn how to.
there was that.
Used to handwrite our tickets. Did you ever get do they still have tickets? Airline tickets?
Boarding passes.
Right. Okay. Well, you used to have to handwrite
It's
your
all
ticket.
digital
You would sell packages. Jesus, I can't remember some of them.
Yeah, hotel. You would have a rental
Right, you would
car,
sell a
hotel,
package
the
to
whole
the
thing.
rich people. I worked in rich areas for some reason, and they'd buy these fantastical
Because they're the only ones that could
packages and
afford a
vacation.
travel agent.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. I love that job.
They do still exist,
Yes.
just a little differently.
They're very exclusive.
If you could go back, what, if anything, would you change about this period of your life? Why?
I forget what I wrote.
If I could go back, I likely would have disappeared, boarded that plane, never come back. There's a theme here.
I would have gotten lost. Yeah.
Do you see the theme here?
You don't think I know these things about
So
myself?
I have a question. If you had a choice then, where would that plane have taken you?
Oh hell, I don't know anywhere.
But did you have
No.
in your back of your mind, did you have I always wanted to go to?
No, I never. You
Okay.
know what? I never had those.
Okay.
Remember, I said hope
Yeah.
Why did you go to Florida and not California? Why was Florida better?
because that's where the school was.
They didn't have schools in California?
There was only one school for
Travel
Travel
agency.
agency. Yeah,
Got
that's
it.
where it was.
Okay.
All right, that's
Yeah,
fair.
that's
Fair
why.
enough.
Why did you know you wanted to be a travel agent?
I didn't. I read something
You
about
just-
it, and it just sounded really interesting.
I got
And
it.
I did a correspondence course during my senior year. I had to do the written part of this program. Mm-hmm. And then after I graduated, I went down to Florida for the hands-on portion of the program.
All right. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? You want me to read it? A cop. Until my father told me I'd never be a cop. I'm too sensitive.
Sensitive. Did I spell it wrong?
Reading what you wrote.
I'm supposed to say sensitive.
Yeah. Oh, then I know where I got that from.
Got what wrong?
Too sensitive.
Who's too sensitive?
It looks like my mom thinks she is, and I thought I was, so most likely
Well,
that.
I was told I'm too sensitive.
Yeah, well, me too.
And I think what he meant was, you can't handle it.
Maybe that's what he meant.
That might be true.
Who cares?
Were there female cops at the time that you remember?
Geez, I don't remember, to be
That's a good
honest. I don't
question.
think there were, not in his department.
Right. I'm
Women were
wondering if
dispatched.
you saw anyone in your life
No.
that led you to think and feel that way.
No,
You
just
just
my
wanted
dad.
to impress your father in some way, shape, or form where he wouldn't be such a dick to you.
Probably.
That sounds familiar also.
It does. What was your first job? How old were you? How much were you paid?
My very first job was Burger King.
Nice.
I know where that was.
It was, yeah, you do, don't you?
I do.
It was
White's Road.
$2 an hour. Let's say like $2.75 an hour.
You wrote $2, but
Okay,
maybe,
yeah, like
maybe you worked your way up to that.
$2.75.
Yeah.
I was 14 when I started working there. And I started you off on the drinks. You had to make the Cokes and the
Right.
milkshakes.
That's right. Yeah.
And then they'd move you to the French fries
And then the burgers, right?
and then the burgers.
Yeah, you
And
had
then they
that.
always used to put me on the window. We didn't have drive-through then.
Were you?
Just drive up.
Drive up.
Did you have a good like? Were you personable at the window?
I had a big mouth and I talked loudly then.
Oh, okay, I got it. So it's just
Covering
like,
for some-
hey, got the burger. Let's go. All right, next.
I need a Whopper with cheese.
They could hear
Number
me all the car.
72. Pull up. Let's go. All
Is
right.
this at Burger King still
Whopper
there?
with cheese, large fry.
Hold the Coke.
McChicken. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Oh yeah. How many jobs have you had during your lifetime? List a few of your favorites.
What did I write?
6 jobs.
6. Burger King, then I worked for a drugstore. All 4 of us worked for the same drugstore. Then I worked for a company called AEL, which was American Electronics Lab, I think, where we made silicon chips. Tina and I worked there. Then I went down to school to Florida. When I came back, I got a travel agency job on Broad Street in Lansdale, as a matter of fact, Walton Travel. And then I got a second job at, it was called Worldco Travel. And then I got laid off, got pregnant with you. Then I had U.S. Healthcare.
And he says you enjoyed the last one.
Well, I did.
All right.
U.S. Healthcare when I was working for Leonard Abramson.
Yeah.
I loved working for him.
Okay.
He was fabulous, boss.
Well, you always did talk highly of him, so
I feel that way about him.
that's amazing.
When I worked for that company, John, I worked with a man. His name was Sam Sullivan. He was a Secret Service agent on the JFK detail in Dallas. Sam was, if you looked at him, he looked like a bulldog. Very gruff-looking man. You wouldn't
Wanna mess
step
with him,
out of
right?
line
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Sam.
yeah.
But it was a big teddy bear.
Yeah.
He was such a nice man. I loved talking to him. He was head of security at U.S. Healthcare. So I knew him for years. Great guy.
What is the least favorite job you had?
Steam cleaning the carpets at home.
See, I didn't get to clean the carpets, though. I was just emptying the damn thing. Get the old
see.
dirty water out, right?
Okay.
I don't remember. What did I write?
Receptionist.
I did? Oh, the lease. Oh, you know why? I forgot about that job.
So 7 jobs?
Yes. I worked for a company
Interesting.
back in the early 80s when everybody was playing tennis. Tennis was the game.
Yeah,
Right? Everybody had their stupid tennis shorts.
We got some tennis people here
Bobby Riggs and what the hell was her name?
with some short shorts too.
I know
They had
who you're
that big match.
Billie Jean.
Yeah,
Billie Jean
Jean
that's
King.
it, Billie
That's
Jean
right.
King.
Yeah, yeah,
and that's a big thing.
Yeah.
So I worked for a company. He owned a sports club
Right.
Over-
You kind of mentioned that.
towards Warrington.
Okay.
And I was his receptionist. First of all, it was 1980 something. Were you born? No, you weren't born. Yeah, you were born. You were
81.
born.
So was it 80?
Yeah, no, you were born.
September
And,
of 81.
women couldn't wear pants to work. You had to wear a dress. This man was very old-fashioned that way. It was the most boring job I ever had on the face. Oh, my God, it was terrible. Just to answer the phone
You just sit there and wait for
and
it.
write a message. I mean,
Yeah.
I couldn't stand it. It lasted maybe a month. It was horrible.
All right. So 7 jobs, not 6.
I forgot about
That's
that
all right.
one,
That's all
yeah.
right. Good. I'm glad that this is why we're doing this. Is there a job or profession your parents wanted you to pursue? What was it?
I don't remember what I wrote, but I do recall that my father told me you have to take typing so you can be a good
Shocking.
secretary. And I took typing. I learned to type on a manual typewriter.
I mean, I don't think that's tied to what they wanted you to pursue because you wrote, no, in all sincerity, they didn't care about preparing us for life.
Right, but my father did say you need to learn how to type.
Thanks, Poppy. When people ask you what profession were in, your response is
System support?
system support.
Researching. Looking for the answers.
All right.
That's what I did for a living.
Okay.
I grew up with a cop who investigated. Research and investigation is my thing.
Got it. How did you get into this career?
I read an ad in the paper.
What? What is that?
Isn't that weird? Do you remember one ad?
Is that a thing still? People do that?
Renee used to work there. When I started there, Renee worked there.
Fold the paper up, get your pen,
Your red pen.
find a couple of things that might work. That might work. Yeah. That might
I
work.
just happened to find it, went for an interview, and I'm like, oh, this is because we needed health insurance.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
We had kids.
Yeah. Said had a baby and needed to support us.
Yep.
So got it. Okay. What were the best parts of this profession?
In the beginning, I thought I was helping people get healthy and stay healthy. It was a brand new concept in terms of health insurance,
Sure. Yeah.
which was the HMO. Mm-hmm. It was brand new. Just U.S. Healthcare hadn't even been in business 5 years at that point when I joined the company. So it was brand new concept, and I've watched it build, and then the HMOs fell right off the cliff
Right.
in the mid to late 90s.
Well, that's not okay. So that's not what you wrote. You wrote opportunity to learn technology. Loved that.
Okay, that's part of it.
So
A technology in that when I started,
Yeah.
we used what they called dumb terminals. It's where you could see information, but there was no input. There was no interface to type into your computer. There was no search function. Everything was handwritten. As time went on, we first learned. My first computer was the little Apple. Remember little first Apple?
I do
Computer?
actually. You brought one home for
Yes,
me
it
way
was
back.
so small you could bring it home, and they
Yeah.
let you bring your computer home.
Yeah.
That was the very first computer. I loved working with that. I took every class they offered as far as
Yeah.
software.
Do you know
how to-
why? Like, what was it about technology, or just learning something different?
It was something new. It was a whole new concept for me.
Got it. And for most people too, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Like
before that, computing was punch card. That's what I learned. In school.
Interesting. All right.
You had to write a program, and you had a million punch cards. So it was interesting from that perspective. And then Microsoft came out, and next thing you know, everybody's on Microsoft. But it was the learning of the new software and the capability of computer systems that just really blew me away.
Cool.
What aspects did you or do you dislike about it?
At this point in my life, did I write anything?
You wrote, I didn't consider what I didn't like. I had to work and made the best of it.
Yeah, at the time I didn't. In retrospect now, considering what we know in our world today in health insurance, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a money pit for the client, the patient, the customer. Like you pay into your health insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out I need X, Y, and Z. Oh, that's not covered on your policy. Now, back when I started, if it wasn't covered, it wasn't covered. There wasn't even a mechanism to petition the insurance company for an exemption for certain things. And now, health insurance is just, it's like auto insurance, any insurance. You're paying in thousands of dollars, and you're not getting any return on that investment.
Mm-hmm.
It's a terrible company, right? The wildfires in California, insurance companies don't want to pay out on these people that lost their homes.
I'm not a fan of insurance, and I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So at the time, I needed a
You're
job.
preaching to the choir.
Yeah, so I
There's a
did what I
third.
had to do, and that's what most of us do, or that's what we did in my generation.
Yeah.
You went to work and you shut the hell up about it.
Noted. Who was the best boss you ever had? Why were they such a good manager, boss?
Leonard.
Yeah.
He was the president of this corporation, and he was a guy who would literally get up out of, we called it executive row, where all the executives and medical directors were, and he'd come onto the floor with the schlubs like us, and he'd walk around and he'd say, how you doing? You need this? What do you need? And then he wouldn't just talk to you. If you needed something, the next day it's on your desk. He was so in tune with his employees. You remember the summer camp picnics that they used to have?
What I remember most was like that. We would come in and there was like apples in those little boxes everywhere.
That's right. They
And
gave
he
the
had,
client apples.
It was like but they were stacked up.
In,
like it was
in
a
little
big,
boxes, yeah.
So like, and you would say like, Leonard, make sure everybody feels good here. Like shit like that. Like that's what I
You
remember.
had free coffee all day long, could make a free pot of coffee all day long. You had free apples all day long.
He might be the man I've heard you talk the kindest about, period.
He was a fabulous man.
So there.
I had never had a bad experience with Leonard Abramson. Even when he caught me smoking out the back door where you weren't supposed to smoke.
Oh.
You had a little smoking area outside. And I went out the shipping door because I didn't feel like going all the way to the other side. Mr. Abramson walks out and he's just standing there looking at me. I had to be wearing a big red coat that day. And he just went,
Come on, kid. Get it together.
put that shit away.
All right. What are some of your work and career related achievements that you are proudest of?
Oh, I don't know.
You were able to provide for us. All right, we're going to get over that. We're last two here. We're going to do some mom trivia, and then we're going to come back and we're going to hit family tree.
Is that
And
Mom Rivia?
Mom Rivia, mom trivia, whatever it is. Have you ever been told that you look like someone famous?
Once.
Interesting. That's not what you wrote.
I know. What
Okay.
did I write? No.
Yes.
Who was it?
Yeah.
Holly and I were at Trainers, my little restaurant in Lansdale.
Yeah. OR, right? Trainers.
Yeah, Trainers.
Yeah.
We were there eating a sandwich, and somebody said to me, "You look like Carmela Soprano."
Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Then when you had your fucking blondish hair, that was sort of starting to. Yeah. The fucking regularness of life.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
Oh, this for you though.
Didn't you ever feel like nothing good was ever going to happen to you?
And I never did. So what?
No, nothing ever did.
So what?
What is a favorite guilty pleasure?
Oh, I don't know.
Cherry
what I
vanilla
wrote.
ice cream.
Indulging in art.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I believe that. Yeah, I've seen that.
I constantly have to be doing something, even if there's no end result. I'm learning a technique.
Yeah.
To me, the process of doing something is always more exciting than the something I'm making.
That's why I actually believe we're more a family of artists than anything else.
Yeah, I believe that.
After understanding some of the family history that I've learned, like, and Dad's dad, like he
Yes, Papa, that's
turned
right.
down an art scholarship.
That's
'Cause
right.
1954, and
You didn't take art scholarships.
The love of my life was right there across the street, and I married her, and I had a kid a year later, and so
Yeah,
art.
art scholarship was for
you just
those
don't do that.
Do that stuff.
esoteric rich people.
Well,
It's not a blue collar profession.
interesting. There's that word, esoteric.
I
All
wish
right.
I had learned a trade. I'm a hack.
All right. Well, you still have time. Did you have braces? If yes, how old were you? How old were you when you got them?
Yes, I did have braces. I was 49.
You were. All right. I remember. Do you like roller coasters?
I do not.
What name would you choose if you had to change your first name?
Ooh.
I've never thought of that. Isn't that weird?
That's what you wrote.
Yeah, it just never occurred to me. Would you change yours?
No.
Would you?
No.
It depends on when you would ask me that question. Sometimes, yes. I never really liked my name. And mostly it was because people never got it right. But I just never got it right. It's a thing for me too that I sometimes, most of the time, I don't give my full name to people a lot because I don't want to hear them say it back to me wrong. So people have called me Jeremy my entire life.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm
No,
laughing
I mean,
because
it
I know
just
what
is
you're
what
saying.
it is. Like, people have called me Jeremy all the time. And honestly, for the one time frame that I would have absolutely said, yes, I've changed my name today. What do you have that's better than this? Would have been when in the early 90s when the Pearl Jam album came out that has a song called Jeremy on it. and everybody used to sing it. And like I got into a fight with somebody because they wouldn't stop singing it. And I hated
Really?
it. I hated it. Yeah, I hated it. I didn't want to hear it anymore. It was like I was.
But they were like pushing you with
Yeah,
it,
they
like
were
just
pushing
singing
me
it
with
at
it.
you,
Yeah,
and you
like-
were like, "Stop!" and they didn't.
Yeah, I was
and
like, dude, shut up.
Here we
Like,
go.
I don't want to hear that.
All right,
So
wild.
yeah,
about
I never really liked it. You know, I call myself a lot like just J or
That's why I'm
JP. Like
MJ.
JP is my go-to moniker a lot.
I'm MJ.
I don't. Yeah,
I'm
never,
JB.
Yeah, I've never liked it
Isn't that weird?
that much enough to be like, oh yeah, it's great, you know. But as I got older, like I settled into it.
Yeah. Do you think about it now? Like,
No,
yeah,
it's
I
not
don't
something
either.
that I think about. But I still introduce more often than not as J or JP. Like
Joe Maddie.
Yeah,
Remember
just
that?
just because.
Yeah.
Joe Maddie.
Joe Maddie. These last two you actually already talked about, and they're a little sad, so we're gonna skip those.
Wait, I want to know what they are.
You already okay, fine,
May as well just be complete.
cool. Did you ever skip school?
Yes.
And did you get away with it? And what happened when you should have been in class?
No. I was grounded for 8 months
8 months.
for skipping school.
Because
That's the kind of punitive measures.
That was a very punitive.
Look,
Wow.
the punishment always far exceeded the crime.
Right.
And it was a crime to my father.
Of course. Your job is to be in school. You're not doing your job. You're breaking the rules. Like that's a crime.
That was the father who got drunk the night they opened the turnpike, drove all the way out to Harrisburg with his buddies and puked on the judge's desk.
But you know, that's not how. It's do as I say, not as I do.
That's true. I couldn't get tattoos either. I didn't want anybody to get tattoos.
well, I don't like ending on that one, so I'm going to add my own trivia question in
Okay.
here, and then we'll come back to the other stuff.
Let's hear
Okay.
it.
Is there a question you've wanted somebody to ask you and never been asked? Yes, is the answer.
I guess the answer is yes. The question, I don't know.
We'll start the next one with that.
Okay. I don't
Everybody,
know.
thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Peace.
But wait, there's more.
Don't you do a little piece on the side? This. Never heard that piece and a little piece on the side?
Or it's that one.
Live long and
Live
prosper.
long and prosper.
What's this one? This is a devil, right?
Rock on.
The Madaluch.
Yeah, and then this one's the shocker.
No, that's or the shaka is that guy too.
I guess that one, but you throw the other finger.
That's
Did you used to do that weird
the
handshake thing in school?
shocker.
The slap it up, slap it down thing?
I don't know.
Didn't have like a school buddy handshake?
Probably, but I don't remember what it was.
Isn't it funny? Some things you think you're going to remember all your
remember
life.
There was like when I was in the.
How did it go? Like out here?
No, yeah. So when I was in like the world of like DJ stuff, like it was very common to salute like you would. This,
Yeah, that.
This, that,
Oh, all right.
Always.
Boom,
Yep.
boom, 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 and then
and
was the
pull
little
it, and you would
snap.
like really
The
pull and snap that
yep,
back.
Yep. Okay.
Always.
Kind of that one.
That
Actually.
was-
that
So you
one.
guys did that in school?
That's
That was common.
universal-ish.
Yes.
Those 3 or 4 moves there. Yeah. So I've had that one a lot. There was like you put your hand out and be like
Right.
Oh, Ollie does that one
Yeah.
too,
shit
right?
like that, or
Right.
it wasn't really like to each other, but like me and Tony and me would be like,
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Right.
he'd go like,
Does that too, right? I never knew what that meant.
yeah. So
Does it mean anything?
hello, goodbye, we love you. You know,
Why do you call Holly Pay? No, she calls you Pay.
I call her Pay.
You call her Pay.
Because when I was a kid, I used to call her Pig, and it's not very kind. I used to call her Hoagie because she used to smell like a hoagie. And as we've gotten older and I've become a little more mature, I think I saw one time somebody. It was on like Facebook. and they were talking about, it was a term of endearment for somebody they love, and they were like, "Oh, my little Wei Wei." It was like WEI, WEI. So
Okay.
I was like, "Oh, my little Pei Pei."
Okay.
And so I believe that is a better upgrade. And
What
Holly,
does she call you?
she calls me Pig.
Who's Goo Punch?
She's Goo Punch.
Okay.
She calls me Guano, batshit. Nobody has let that go. So all the other things we talked about that I am, and also batshit. So yeah,
Well,
I think
Batman, but yeah.
yeah. Well, Batman, I guess lives
Let me
in
ask you a question.
in the no.
No, okay. I just want to ask you a question.
All right.
What have you? What's the one thing you've taken from this today? This.
That you need to write these things out first and then talk about them, I believe. Because what we did there compared to what we did on the last episode, night and day. Like we were attempting to sit here and just say words to each other. This gave us something similar to the cameras in that we could kind of ground it and look at the question and come back to what you wrote.
Okay, I
versus
told you.
like, oh, I heard this, or I got upset, or I emotional reaction. I don't know what the fuck's going on, and now I'm just gonna blah blah blah.
There's form.
There's
form to it.
form and structure to it, which I think we needed.
I think. Let me ask you a question. Why is it the stories we want to pass down are just the good things people have done in life, or the not controversial things?
Yeah, because that's easier.
Why do we do that?
Well, it's
That's
easier
to talk about.
right?
Doesn't that render people though into a one-dimensional
Yes.
caricature?
For the most part.
Yeah.
Remember I said to you, we ought to have a book like this to ask the hard questions.
Yeah.
I mean, you said you wanted to write something.
Yeah.
Well, have you started?
Yes.
Then I guess we're onward. Hey, family keepsake journal. I don't know how.
I thought I did turn it off. Let me call. I'm going to tell her I'll call her back. Holly, I'll call you back, okay? Okay.
Everybody else, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Good work.
Yeehaw!
Thank you for making it this far in our podcast. I am not okay, and that's why I created www.iamnotok.com. It's a space where we can go to be seen, to be heard, and to not be judged. Everybody needs that. Everybody wants that. Here is our opportunity to have that. If you are ready to have your story heard, please go to www.iamnotok.com/contact, CONTACT, and fill out our form to sit right here across from me as a guest on our podcast. And if you're not ready to be a guest and tell your story live, but you are ready to start telling the truth, even if just to yourself, then please grab our free Speaking Your Truth guide, www.iamnotok.com/truth. We look forward to seeing you on the inside. Be well.